Okay, so Marathon isn't exactly flopping, but it ain't meeting expectations neither. I mean, yeah, sure, we're sitting at a respectable 56,000 players right now with a 58,000 player count, 24-hour peak. But I mean, come on, we're talking about the legendary creators of Halo and Destiny. This is Bungie. I'm pretty sure this is not what they expected, or this is not what the expectations were set as, but it is what it is. What I'm more interested in, though, is the conversation surrounding the player counts, because now all of a sudden you got people coming out the woodworks wanting to dunk on gamers, dunk on just everybody for talking about player counts, and I can't wait to talk about it. I can't wait, because like, what do y'all think this is? Okay, so make sure y'all like the video, subscribe to the channel, and let's get into it. So this kind of all came to my attention when I saw this post from Fandom Post where they said Overwatch developer Dylan Snyder claims tracking marathon player counts is unemployed, maidenless behavior.
Yeah, they squabbling out there now. Yeah.
Oh, shots fired. Gamers, y'all gonna take this? Y'all gonna take that? He says, is the 50% player drop in the room with us right now? Okay, feel free to dislike and pass up any game you want. More power to you, but this is big, unemployed, maidenless behavior. Holy shit. You know, I find it interesting. Y'all love making comments like that, and you don't even know the people you're talking to, because I definitely watch player counts. And if you knew me, Mr. Snyder, there is no possible way you would ever make this comment. If you knew me. Chat knows. My subscribers know. If you watch New Blackstreet, you most definitely know. There's no way you would have ever felt comfortable making a comment like this if you knew who we were. Stop it. Most of the people, well, I ain't gonna say most, but a lot of the people that watch my channel and other channels alike are married, have been married for 30 years. Like, cut it out. Cut it out. You can't shame people into not roasting you. So let's continue though. Let's continue, because it doesn't stop there. We hearing more. Okay. People are absolutely complaining. Look at this post on Reddit. SteamDB is quietly poisoning the industry and nobody's talking about it. 1983 is coming. Huh? SteamDB is a troll's best friend. Scroll through any game's comments or community space and you'll find the same thing. Someone showing up with a SteamDB chart going, LOL, 40K players, this game is dead. And then the pile on starts, not just on the game, but on the people playing it. Suddenly enjoying something low population makes you a target. Then get off the internet! Get off! You don't have to be on Twitter. You don't have to be on Reddit. Just go play the game. Why are you on social media? Like, what are we doing? They continue. This is genuinely damaging. Millions of dollars and dozens of people's lives are at the whim of a screenshot and a snarky title. It doesn't matter if the game is good, if the community is healthy, or if people are having fun. The moment SteamDB numbers get weaponized, the narrative is said, get the fuck out of here. It does matter if the game is good. Because if the game is not good, then people aren't going to play it. And if people aren't going to play it, it saves others from saving money, from spending money, I mean. Let's continue. Publishers panic, studios lose funding, and the game goes under every single time. No game can survive this, quality release or not. So what? You can't make this shit up. So what? You want to be able to hide the numbers and keep the gamers less informed? Because I don't know about you. When a game is released and I watch reviews and I want to see how many people are actually playing it, is the game worth my time? Because oftentimes gamers typically agree with one another on the kind of games that we like. And if I'm looking at a game that nobody else is playing, I want to know why nobody else is playing it. Is the game old? Okay, shoot. The game is old, so therefore the player count doesn't really matter, right? Is the game like under the radar? Is the game like nobody ever heard of? Or is the game just trash? So after I see how many people are playing it, I go look at the reviews. Well, voila, trash. I'd rather not waste my. I tell y'all this all the time. I say this all the time. Normies, people who got lives to live, man. They got jobs. They got kids. They got wives. They got businesses to run. They got family members to manage. They actually go outside and touch grass. They don't have time to try every game. They don't. So oftentimes they'll trust their favorite content creators and other gamers to make an informed decision. Should I play this game? And SteamDB gives you that information. Okay, let's continue though. These folks melting down. Fran Mirabella says, tired of the marathon charts about Steam concurrents. Me too. But here's one with relevant context. Marathon versus paid PvP shooters, Steam only. Average concurrent since March 5th. Arc Raiders at 155,000. Marathon at 60,000. Battlefield 6 at 44,000. Hunt Showdown at 16,000. Note, concurrents are a live snapshot of real-time players on PC, not total unique players or purchased copies. Arc Raiders has sold upwards of 15 million copies since launch. Additionally, total player counts are often 50% more on consoles or more. Okay, to state the obvious, free-to-play PvP shooters are wildly popular. Arc Raiders is a rare, immense success as a new paid shooter with PvP. I mean, yeah, your numbers make sense, and I would agree with it. But the problem is, more often than not, if you look at Steam charts, if a game is performing well on Steam, it's inevitable. Inevitable? What the fuck is that? It's inevitable that the studio is going to come out and brag about how many sales they got, and it tends to be a success. When a game does not perform well on Steam, more often than not, we start seeing layoffs and cutbacks. And then we start seeing the official sales numbers on how well a game did. We recently got confirmation that Avowed and The Outer Worlds 2 did not sell well. Guess which of those two games performed poorly on Steam? Both of them. Like, what are we talking about here? Look at this. Look at this. The Black Oak. I want to put together a support group for gamers who are addicted to watching player counts on SteamDB. The goal will be to help people kick their player count watch addiction and prevent relapsing. Man, shut your stupid ass up. Mr. Talk to him first. Idiot. This person, Ryan T. Brown, says people's obsession with seeing games fail will literally kill off the hobby. Stop this weirdo shit. Ignore games you're not interested in and play the game and play the ones you are, rather than sitting and drooling and praying that games don't do well for some bizarre sense of entertainment. Shut the fuck up. Shut up. Stop trying to tell us what to do. We're gonna do whatever we want to do. This is the result of an industry that has spent so much of its time shitting on and pretending they're better than the actual people they're trying to sell their game to. This is deserved. There hasn't been a single video game that flopped on Steam and closed or had layoffs that didn't deserve it. Not one. Name me one. Name me a game that was amazing that deserved to have better success and it flopped on Steam and deserved better. Not one. Not one. Nope. Okay. Rurikon responded to this, says, people do have an unhealthy obsession with Steam charts. I'm guilty of it myself at times, mostly for celebrating though, but makes no sense. But make no mistake, what's destroying this hobby is investor and C-suite unsustainable and rampant greed. Agreed. But also the people who work in it, the people who put politics above making actual good video games. Like, I don't understand. Like, what did y'all think this was gonna do, right? What did y'all think? Did y'all think that calling gamers out for reading Steam chart numbers was gonna stop them from doing it? What was your goal from this? Because it wasn't just the Overwatch dev. The one of the developers for Warframe recently came out. So here's a little clip from Paul Tassie's Forbes article. He says, I feel a bit like Oppenheimer, as I believe I'm one of the early people writing about Steam charts in relation to the success or failure of games. I do believe that information, sometimes the only publicly available information about a game's player count, is valuable and predictive of the future of these games. But I have watched this be fully weaponized with spam replies on every game people are actively rooting for to fail. It's a bit out of hand. No, it's not. Now, it's gotten so loud with Bungie's Marathon release, in particular, that Warframe's creative director, Rev Forb, has chimed in about the situation and how Warframe got its start by being lucky in the field. The exchange. Forb, he says, naming the next Warframe we release player count to pollute the searches and defend against the discourse. Somebody responded and said, or devs could do what you and yours did, make a good or decent game that gets enough retention to fund further development. Ford responded by saying, when Warframe released, we had 435 other titles to compete with for the attention of millions of Steam users. Now games have 20,000 other games in the same year for many millions of Steam users that have already been exposed to 80,000 prior releases they might have liked. He continues, we got incredibly lucky. We were broke. There were less than 500 other games released the year Warframe released. Every day people care about Warframe is a gift, and we're only as good as our last update. While I agree to certain points that he made there, I don't want to hear that shit, because what's the excuse for Arc Raiders? What's the excuse for Slay the Spire? Mugenics. Like, what are we talking about? We got indie games blowing up by the dozens. What are we talking about? I don't want to hear that shit. I always use Anthem as an example. I enjoyed the hell out of Anthem. But did anybody cry when Anthem sunset? No, because it was deserved. Now, all of a sudden, because gamers are getting a little bit of control, all of a sudden it's a problem. So what, you want to take away more transparency from gamers? Nah, I'm not going to stand for it. I'm not going to stand for it. Y'all let me know what y'all think down in the comments. As always, may the Griff be with you. Make sure y'all follow me on Twitter, GriffGod_, and follow me on Instagram, Atreus_. I'll talk to y'all later.
Oh, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you.